I want to give you three reasons why you should raise money for a children's worker. I'm also going to show you how to raise this money, and I'm going to give you one specific resource that you can access right now that will really help you to do this. So, what are the three reasons that you should raise money for a children's worker? Well, the truth is that global stats will tell you that most people come to Christ either as a child, as a teenager, or a young adult. So when you focus in on children, you're focusing in on an area that will bear fruit. And this is the second reason to focus in raising money for children's worker is that you're actually financing the most potent harvest field you have in your community. The children that are going to school, the children that are going to kindergarten, whatever you call that in your community, they are a potent harvest field. And Jesus said, raise up laborers, pray that the Lord will raise up laborers to go into that harvest field. So when you're raising finance to get a children's worker working in your church, in your community, you're actually really responding to that command of Jesus. And the third reason is it will add momentum to your church. As more children come to Christ through your church, through people's giving, through people's praying, then people will be excited about the gospel. They'll be excited about their church. They'll see that there's generational renewing going on in the life of the church. Because let's face it, if you don't have kids around your church, you are definitely on the way to declining and eventually dying as a church. So how do you actually raise the money? Well, the first piece of advice I always give pastors when they're going to raise money for a children's worker is go to prayer. Begin to seek the Lord. Get a conviction yourself as a church leader, as a pastor, that this is something that your church should do. And in prayer, you can talk it through with the Lord. You can wrestle it through. Because trust me, as soon as you begin to raise money for a children's worker, you'll enter into a spiritual battle where warfare will occur. And you'll need to put on that Ephesians 6 armor of God. So firstly, go to prayer. Then secondly, go to your team. This could be your board. It could include staff. It may be the leaders, departments in the church. You work that out. It depends on the size of your church and how you look at your key team. Sit with them and explain to them the prayer journey you've been on and the why, not just the how, what, and when, but the why you believe you should raise money to hire, to employ, to have a children's worker working in your church and in your team. Get your team over the line. Don't kind of go straight to your church. Work with your team. Build a coalition of the willing, of the supporters. Whether that's a small group or a large group, I'll leave it up to you. But explain the why to your team. Let them say, this is a great idea, Pastor. This is excellent. We should do this. Let them resonate with the idea. This will take time, but you have to get your team on board. Then thirdly, when you start to raise the money, ask this team to commit financially first. Ask them to go ahead of everybody else with their pledge or their one-time gift, however they're going to organize their finances. Then when you go to the church and you begin to talk about your vision, talk about what you're doing, why you're raising money for a children's worker, you can say, hey, our team has been praying about this, working on this. We're committed to this. In fact, we've already raised from our key team a commitment to X number of dollars. Now, you're not going to give out people's individual amounts, but you can have a system whereby you can collect that amount, that pledge, that idea of what people are going to give. And when you go to your church and say, hey, the leadership of the team is already committing financially to this, it sets the tone for the giving program. Hey, thanks so much for being on my YouTube channel. If you're not a subscriber, join the over 1,000 subscribers already on the channel and smash that like button and notification buttons as well. And if you're already a subscriber, many thanks to you for being part of the crew here at Grow a Healthy Church. Now, the fourth step in this process is you have to go to your people, and I've kind of already preempted this, and you're going to ask them either for a one-off gift or a pledge amount that they're going to give over 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, whatever timeline you would prefer. Make this very clear to people. Have a build up towards the Sunday. Don't just announce it, take an offering, hope for the best. Don't do that. Get very structured and organized. Give people time to look at their budget, to think, to pray, to consider what their sacrificial gift will be, and call people to give up something. Call people to sacrifice. This is a kingdom discipleship moment for your church. It's not just raising money. You're raising prayer. You're raising sacrifice. You're raising mission alignment at this time. And get people to either do a one-off gift or a pledge, a monthly commitment they're going to fulfill. Then last step, well, this is the great thing. You go and hunt down your children's worker. You may already have someone in mind in your church, but you go and hunt them down, employ them for the half day, 1 day, 2 days a week. I certainly wouldn't have them on more than 2 days a week unless you have a mammoth children's program, but you probably already got a staff member for that anyway. But look to hire them for at least a day a week, raise the money for that salary, raise the money for some resources, maybe some marketing material, maybe some resources they'll use in the children's ministry, holiday programs, whatever it is, and let them loose and get your church praying and believing, and you will see a harvest from this. Now, the resource I want to offer to you today is in the hub, and there's a link here. You'll find the link there. Jump on that link. In the hub, I have a resource to raise finance in secondary giving programs like this, raising money for a children's worker. That's what I call them, secondary giving programs. They're extremely successful to release funds and finance from your church into harvesting out there in your community. And a kind of whole deal like this, an experience like this for your church is brilliant discipleship, but also is healthy in reaching your community. Now, jump into the hub, get a load of that resource, download it, watch the videos, put it into action, and raise money for a great children's work.